hello everybody. After the intro, there should be no doubt in anyone's mind what we're playing. We are playing Gears of War, the board game by Fantasy Flight Games. Now, I've had this game since 2016 in December. I never got round to playing it. I did paint the figures, but I wasn't really inspired by the models, so you know they're not really that well painted. I've never played this game. So this is a teach myself playthrough of the first scenario in the box, which is called Emergence. What I've done is I've actually chosen the cogs randomly. We are starting with Augustus Cole and Marcus Phoenix. Now Augustus Cole's I should say special ability is that he may treat any order card in his hand as if it had a guard reaction ability icon. Now, usually this icon here, which is kind of like a little blast, would allow you to guard. What does guard mean? Guard means that when it's the AI's turn, when the monsters attack, you can throw down a card with a guard symbol and make an attack. Although it's not really your turn. So Augustus Cole can do this with whatever icon his card has that he discards. Plus, he can guard, although somebody else already has guarded. Usually during monster movement, only one person can guard. Augustus Cole can guard even if somebody else has already guarded. Marcus Phoenix has the special ability that his maximum hand size is 7. So he can hold 7 cards. Which is very important because in this game, your cards are your lifeblood. Basically, you have to, when you take wounds, you have to discard cards. It's a lot like the Pathfinder card game in that respect. And if you run out of cards, you start bleeding out. He can have 7 and his starting hand is in fact 7. Everybody else has only 6 cards. And he can roll 1 additional die when using his Lance's constant ability. Now, the Lance's constant ability is, instead of attacking, he may choose a locust in his area and roll 4 attack dice, ignoring all wounds. If you roll an omen, kill the locust, you are then moved out of cover. So he can roll 5 dice. Okay, so like I said, I've never played this before. So let's check how this works. Play a turn, heal step, we don't have one because we don't have to draw cards. Next up is the active player plays 1 order card from his hand. So it doesn't really matter, I get to choose who goes first. And we've got, the goal of this is to get through the whole map down to here and leave the map over here. And there are emergence holes. At the moment, these are covered, but if I take this off, you will see this red, this little red symbol. This is where the enemies can come out of. All of them are sealed at the moment, except for this one here. And the idea is that all of them should be sealed. How do you seal them? You basically throw grenades and cause cave-ins. Now, I don't know the computer game. I've never played it. I know nothing about the history or the context of the game or any lore that may be associated with the game. So don't even expect me to talk about this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and have fun with the game. So I'm just going to zoom in a little. Just going to adjust the camera a little bit. And off we go. So here we have, let's start with Marcus, why shouldn't we? There's an enemy here. And let's see what we can do. We have forced entry, move up to 3 areas. You may enter a cover space containing a locust figure, move it out of cover and deal it 1 wound. Okay, charge, move up to 3 areas, perform 1 attack against a figure in your area with +1 attack die. Explore, move up to 4 areas. You do not need to discard a card from your hand to pick up a dropped weapon. Charge. Again, so we've got 2 charge cards. Dig in, move 1 area. Each cog figure in cover may then draw 1 cog order card. Each cog figure gains +1 defense die during the next locust step. That's interesting, but we are not going to do this. Sit tight. Choose a cog figure in your area to draw 2 order cards. Move 1 locust figure 1 area towards you. Skip your locust activation. Skip your locust activation step this turn. Very good. And scavenging. Move up to 2 areas. Gain 1 ammo token for any one of your weapons. May not gain a grenade token. Very nice too. But what we're going to do is we're going to charge. We're going to move up to 3 areas. 1. And we're going to attack this figure. Perform 1 attack against a figure in your area with +1 attack die. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use the Lance Assault Rifle, and we're going to roll 2 attack dice +1, because obviously we have the charge ability, and we are attacking this cog figure, which this enemy, which is a boomer. Now let's see. He has to. Let's just take a look at the enemy card. It's the AI breakdown. It's got a base defense of 2. It's got 3 health. And next what we need to do is we need to see how partial cover works. Because he is in partial cover. Cover defense bonus, page 15. He's in partial cover, so he gets an additional die. So he rolls 3 defense die against our 2 attack dice. And we'll see what happens. Okay, we roll, we rolled 2 shields, and we rolled 2 successes +1 omen. Now what happens when we roll an omen? High fire rate, we deal 1 wound. So this guy is now wounded. So he gets this wounded marker. And he stands on top of it, like so. And we discard this card, so this card goes away. Now we have to activate the top card. So now we have to activate the enemy. So we draw the top card of the AI deck. And this reads, Boomers. If one or more boomer is in play, and we have 1 boomer in play, actually there should be a boomer here as well. It moves 1 area towards the nearest cog figure and then attacks it if in line of sight. So he's gonna go, he's here, 1. This one is also going to move 1. And he's gonna attack our friend over here. So he's taking his wound marker with him. And then that's it. Let's see. He rolls for attack dice. One, two, three. Actually, what I meant to do was, I'm going to guard with Marcus Phoenix. So he's going to, before this guy moves. And we're going to use the Lancer attack assault rifle for 2 against 3. And we have 1 omen. So we do 1 wound, nothing happens there. So now we need to wound it for 2, otherwise nothing happens. So this guy gets to move after all. He's going to attack our friend Augustus Cole. And he's got 4 attack. He's actually quite strong. And each other figure in the target's area is dealt 1 wound. There isn't another one, so that's fine. Let's see, I think we have 1 defense die normally. Would have been nice if they had explained Locust AI breakdown. I would have wanted them to explain to me the That's really odd. They don't seem to explain the cog card. Cog order step. Attack example of, maybe it says it here, 17, 18. I find that a bit strange, so we will just go with 1. Oh, and we rolled no shields and take 2 wounds, so he has to drop 2 cards. And he's going to drop teamwork, and he's going to drop teamwork again. Okay, so now is the next round. We get to draw. Well, actually, he gets to draw. Does he now? Oh, he does. He gets 2 cards. Okay, so he gets to draw 2 cards. And he can now try and retaliate. And we're going to use Pummel. And we're going to perform up to 2 attacks with our Lancer Assault Rifle. And we're going to roll 2 attack dice. And we need to do 2 wounds in one go. And we managed to do 2 wounds, so this one actually dies. And we turn over this marker and it's a blank, so we do not get anything from it, but that's fine. So this is essentially the end of Augustus's turn. So now he, well, actually of his activation. Now he needs to activate the enemy. Let's see what he draws. Oops, those 2 cards. He draws Wretch. For each Wretch, if unwounded, move 3 areas. Otherwise, move into the nearest. If no Wretches are in play, draw a new AI card, because there aren't any on the board just yet. For each Drone, attack the cog figure if a cog figure is within 1 range. There is 1 drone here. There is no cog figure in range. Move 1 area towards the nearest cog figure, then attack the nearest cog figure within line of sight. 1, that's him. This one also starts moving. 1. So he's going to attack. And he's going to attack Mr. Cole over here. And he rolls 3 attack dice. I should have guarded. Oh my word, and he does 4 damage. So we drop 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which ones are we going to drop? Assault. And Rhodey run. Okay. So next up is our friend Marcus Phoenix. He draws 2 cards. 1, 2. And he is going to do charge. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, move up to 3 areas. 1, 2, 3, and then he's going to perform an attack against a figure in your area with +1. So for 3 against a drone, which has 1 defense die. And he does 3 damage, and the drone only has 3 health, so the drone dies. So that was his turn. Next up is Augustus Cole. He gets to draw 2 cards. Um, and we're going to use dig in. He's going to move one area over here because we would like to pick up this weapon. And on our next activation, all other cog figures, namely him, are ignored by the Locust AI card. Locusts treat them as if they were bleeding out. So let's see what the AI tells us. And it is the boomer. Move one area away from the nearest cog figure, then attack him. So he's gonna, so this is basically the nearest cog figure. And he's gonna move away one. He cannot even see him because in order to see him, he would have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's actually quite far away. So that's fine. We're now back to Marcus Phoenix. Marcus Phoenix is going to draw 2 cards. He's already got 1. He's already got 6. He's just going to draw 1. And he is going to... he's going to use... let me see. He's going to... 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to use explore and he's going to move 4. And that's all he's going to do. Let's see what the locusts are going to do. He activates a group general. If one or more locust is within 2 movement of you, which isn't the case, blah, so if then blah blah blah, so otherwise spawn 1 locust B at the map exit. Each locust then moves 1 area towards you. So 1 locust B would be a drone. And then they start moving towards me, which is 1, 1, 1. Okay, next up is Augustus Cole. He draws 2 cards. Active reload, perform 1 attack, perform 1 attack. Pummel, blind fire, sit tight. Oh, actually, did I? Oh, actually, I forgot to put this one down. Okay. We're going to discard 2 cards to take the weapon. Discard this card and draw 2 random weapon cards. Keep 1 with 2 ammo and discard the other. We get a Nasher shotgun. And a long shot sniper rifle. I'm going to take the Nasher shotgun and discard this card. And I'm going to add 2 ammo tokens to it. And now we're going to activate the locust and see what they're doing. It's the wretches. If 1 or more wretch is in play, which is not the case, spawn 2 wretches at each emergence hole within 4 movement of you. That's 0. Okay, next up is Marcus Phoenix. He's got 6 cards, so he's going to draw 1. Scavenge. Move up to 2 areas. Gain 1 ammo token for any one of your weapons. May not gain a grenade. Okay, that's what we're going to do. 1, 2. And we're going to gain 1 for our Lancer Assault Rifle. And now we're going to see what the locusts do. Swarm. Each locust that is 5 or more movement away from the nearest cog figure moves until it is 4 movement away from the nearest cog figure. This one isn't. He's actually directly outside. More than 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 or more. So this one's going to move 1. And then we draw another AI card. Boomer. Attack the nearest cog figure within line of sight. That's fine. We're just going to attack over here. We could, of course, try and hit him by guarding and discarding one of our Lancer Assault Rifle tokens to make an overkill attack with 4 dice against his 2 defense. And that's what we're going to do. So we have 1 omen, and that does 1 wound. So he still gets to attack us back for 4 against our 1. Oh my word, he does... Okay, we have 2 shields, so he does 2 points of damage, which could have been worse. I'm going to get rid of the scavenging card and this one. Okay, so that was Marcus Phoenix. Augustus Cole has 3 cards. He's going to draw 2 more cards. And let's see what we have. Slaughter, move 1 area. We need stuff where we can move loads. Oh. Okay, you can always move into... Okay, I'm just going to discard 1 card. And I'm going to move 2 areas and take cover. Let's see what the cogs do. Let's see what the locusts do. Distraction. Discard 1 ammo token from one of your weapons cards. Then remove all dropped weapon markers from the map. Okay, we're going to remove 1 from the snub pistol, because we can still use it even if there are no ammo tokens on it. Okay, next up is Marcus Phoenix. He's going to draw 2 cards, 1, 2. And let's see what we have. He's going to use advance. Perform 1 attack and move up to 3. So we're going to take, and we're also going to spend one of our ammo tokens so that we get to roll 4 dice. Oh wow, so yeah, first of all we do 1 damage, and then we have 2 omens which each deal 1 wound. The boomer had 2 wounds left, so he's really dead, and he actually drops a weapon, so we're just going to move here. We're not going to move up to 3, we're not going to move the full movement allowance. And we're going to get this weapon on the next turn if we choose to pick it up. Let's see what the locusts are doing. Boomer. For each boomer, if a cog figure is within 4 range, there aren't any boomers. If no boomers are in play, draw a new AI card. Event, general. Each locust that is 4 or more movement away from the nearest cog figure moves 3 areas toward him. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So that doesn't apply. Firefight. Each drone, boomer, cantus, or theron guard attacks a cog figure within 3 range. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then each locust that did not attack moves 2 areas. Okay, so these 2 are going to attack. They do have line of sight. Because they're basically, they can see him. Because obviously, you know, that's line of sight. He's not in cover. So, let's see. They each get to roll 3. But he is going to... 1, 2, 3. He's going... Marcus Phoenix is going to guard. Forced entry. And he's going to use his snap pistol. And he's going to use overkill. So he gets to roll 3 dice. Against one of their defenses. And he gets 1 omen, which simply deals 1 wound, which is fine. This one's wounded. Now they both get to attack. So he rolls 1 defense die and they roll 3 attack dice. First up. Oh my word. Okay, so that's 3 wounds. He only has 3 cards left, so if he takes any more wounds, then he will actually be bleeding out. Which means we put him on the side and then somebody needs to rescue him. Oh yeah, and he takes plenty, so he gets another 3 wounds, so he's now officially bleeding out. Okay, so... next up is Augustus Cole. Augustus Cole is going to draw 2 cards. A roadie run would be cool. So he's going to move. One, 2, and he's going to move into, he's going to go into cover. Draw a locust card. For each drone, if a cog figure is within line of sight, attack the nearest cog figure, then that's not the case. Move 3 areas towards the nearest cog, because they ignore him because he is obviously, and I don't think you can actually see this. he is basically lying on his side, so he's bleeding out, so they ignore him. So they're going to move 3 areas. 1, 2, 3. Now he's bleeding out, so he's going to crawl over here. Spawn 1 locust A, 1 locust B, and 1 locust C at the map exit. 1, 2, 3, joy. So we're going to draw 1 card for Augustus Cole. How does it actually work when you try to heal someone else? 21. Okay. They need to be in the same area, that's what I thought. Okay. We're going to use advance, and we're just going to use the second part. 1, 2, 3. 3, and we draw an activation. Wretch. 4 areas. Move 4 areas towards the nearest cog figure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Next up, it's Marcus Phoenix. He's crawling towards salvation. If no emergence hole in your area, place an emergence hole token in your area. Okay. Then spawn, oops, 1 locust A. It's going to get quite crowded in here, I'm afraid. And whoops, there is a wretch. Okay, so now it's our friend over here, and he's going to stop somebody from bleeding out. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try and move into that area. Move 1 area. And perform up to 3 attacks against figures in our area. So we're going to kill this wretch. It's going to be like literally overkill, but I don't care, because we really need to get rid of them. So it's 2 against 1, and that's 1 attack. Oh yeah, and that is 2, he only has 2 health, he's dead. And then we're going to get rid of 1 card. And we're going to stand up Marcus Phoenix, and then we're going to do a locust activation step for each wretch. If a cog figure with 4 or less health is within 3 movement, move into his area and then attack him. 1, 2. Okay. Yes. So he's going to move in. 1, 2, 3, and he's going to, and this time we're going to let him attack Augustus Cole, but Augustus Cole is actually guard against this one. And he's going to try his best. We need 2. And we get 1, 2, the wretch is dead. So that didn't happen. So next up is Marcus Phoenix, who's going to draw 2 cards now. And he's going to use ambush. Move 1 locust figure up to 2 areas towards you. 1, 2, so he's basically in here. Then attack this locust figure. You may treat this attack as an overkill attack without spending an ammo token. We're going to use 4. And this one has 1 defense. Oh, yes. That one's dead. And that's him done. So let's look at what the locusts are doing. For each drone, if unwounded, attack the nearest cog figure within line of sight. There aren't any. Otherwise, heal. He's gonna heal. Okay, now it's our friend Augustus Cole. He's going to draw 2 cards. And let's see. We're going to play Sit Tight, which allows 1 cog figure in our area to draw 2 cards. And guess what? That one is going to be Marcus Phoenix. And then we get to move 1 locust figure 1 area towards us. And then we don't do anything with regard to locust activation. So now it's Marcus Phoenix. He draws 2 cards. And he's going to pummel this drone. So he can do 2 attacks. He's going to use his Lancer assault rifle. And he does 1 wound. But he can do up to 2 attacks, so he's going to do this again. And he does enough damage, so this one is dead, and he leaves something, which is nice. And then we have our drones. Spawn 2 drones at the nearest emergence hole nearest to you. Okay, that's not good because that's where we are. Okay. Oh, actually, we do have a drone, don't we? Sorry, we do have a drone, and this one does move each drone 2 areas towards the nearest cog figure. 1, 2. Okay, so that's not too bad then. Okay, next up, Augustus Cole. He draws 2 cards, and he's gonna do a... Yeah, we need to get out of here. He is going to assault. Do we have a follow card? No, we don't. That's not good. Okay, so we're not going to do that. We are going to... Oh yes, we are going to assault. We're going to move up to 3 areas. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to perform one attack using our bolo grenade. No, we're not. We're actually going to get rid of this one. We're going to pick up this, which is a boom shot. No, yes, it's a boom shot with two ammo tokens. And next up is the locust activation, but we have to do this first. Wretch. If no wretches are in play, draw a new AI card. General 1. If one or more locust is within 2 movement of you. 1, 2, 3. No. Otherwise, spawn 1 locust B at the map exit. Okay, not a problem. Then move it 1 area towards you. Plop. Okay. So far, so good. Next up is Marcus Phoenix. He's going to draw 2 cards. And what he's going to do is he's going to oops. He's gonna use assault to move up to 3 areas and then perform 1 attack. And he's going to throw a bolo grenade because we need to close these emergence holes. And we need an omen for this. And we don't roll 1. So that wasn't successful. Okay, good. So let's see what the cogs do. Drones. If 1 or more drone is in play, yes. Move each drone 2 areas towards the nearest cog figure. 1, 2, 1, 2. Each drone then attacks a cog figure within 2 range. Yes. 1, 2. So they both attack. So they roll 3 dice and we roll 1 defense. Augustus takes 3 wounds. And then they're going to attack Marcus Phoenix. And he takes 1 wound and nothing. So he takes 1 wound. Ready, run. Okay. So now it is Augustus. Augustus is going to draw 2 cards. Sit tight. He's going to make himself draw 2 cards. And And then he's going to move one locust figure one area towards him and skips the order step. Okay, okay, what we're going to do is we are going to draw one, we're going to play teamwork, draw one order card, choose another player. He may immediately resolve an order card, move up to 4 areas and scavenge, because we have this card and we need 1 grenade token. Because we did so well when we were trying to close that one. And then we resolve our locust activation step. The horde. Each locust that is 4 or more movement away from the nearest cog figure moves 3 areas towards him. 1, 2, 3. Then draw a new AI card. Wretches. Spawn 2 wretches at each emergence hole within 4 movement of you. 2, 3, 4. So how many? 2. And of course, as you know, all wretches are called George. Okay, so now it is Augustus Cole. Draws 2 cards. And he is going to... Aha! Actually, he's in partial cover. Move 1 locust figure up to 2 areas towards you. Then attack this locust figure. You may treat this attack as an overkill attack without spending ammo tokens. Yup. He's going to use his Lancer assault rifle. One point of damage plus another point of damage. So it's not dead, but close. Event General. Each drone boomer canters attacks a cog figure within 3 range. What? Okay, 1, 1, 2. Okay, so yes. Well, first of all, we're gonna. He's gonna guard against this, and he's going to use his special ability, which is roll 1 additional die when using your Lancer's constant ability. So he rolls 5 attack dice. Yeah, he kind of killed this one. Then the boomer is going to attack him, and he's in cover. And he has 4 against 4. So nothing happens. And then this one attacks again. And We do 2 points of damage to Augustus Cole. And that was that. Okay, so it is Marcus Phoenix now, I believe. Yeah, it was him. It was Augustus earlier. Let's see what we can do. We're going to do dig in. Move one area. Each cog figure in cover may then draw one order card. And each cog figure gains +1 defense die during the next locust activation step. Boomers. Each boomer moves one area towards the nearest figure and then attacks, which is the case. So he's going to attack Marcus Phoenix. Marcus Phoenix has 4 dice, 4 defense dice against the 4 dice of the boomer. And we have 4 shields against 3. Nothing happens. Good. Very good. Now it is our friend over here. He's going to move 1, 2, and he's going to use the assault card, and he's going to throw 1 bolo grenade into this area for 4. And he, well, sorry, that was actually wrong. That was the defense dice. He rolls 4 attack dice. We are looking for, yeah, we don't get it, but we do 5 points of damage. Now each wretch rolls, this one takes 1 damage and this one doesn't, so they're both dead. But we still haven't managed to get the cave in we need. So this emergence hole is still open. That's not good. So now let's see what the locusts do. If a cog figure is within 4 range, attack the nearest cog figure within line of sight. That would be him. He's in full cover. So it's 3 attack dice. No, 4 attack dice. And we have 2 shields. Blah, blah, blah. What does it do? There is nothing else. So, okay. Nothing happens. Very good. So now it is Marcus Phoenix. He draws 2 cards. He draws 2 cards. Okay, now we need to shuffle this deck. He doesn't have any grenades, so he can't do anything really to help his friend. It's really, yeah. Oh, I see 12A. This card doesn't get discarded, so we can always get grenades there if we need them. That was the special thing about this scenario. We can actually get rid of this one. So let's see. Marcus Phoenix. He is going to use active reload. Perform one attack. If you spent an ammo token on this attack, you may then resolve a second order step. No, we're actually going to do advance. We're going to attack. We have line of sight. We are in an elevated area, so we're actually looking down on these guys. And we do 2 wounds to this guy. He has three health. So he has 1 more wound left. And then we're going to move up to 3 areas. 1, 2, 3, and go into cover over here so we can get more grenades. Let's see what the locusts do. Drone. Attack the nearest cog figure within line of sight. And then if it's not in cover, which it's not, move it away 1 from the nearest cog figure. Okay, so he's in full cover, so he has 3 defense dice. The drone has 3 dice to attack. And we have 3 hits. That's not good. Good. So next up is our friend he's gonna draw 2 cards. He's gonna move 1 area. Each cog figure in cover may then draw 1 card. No, actually he's not going to do this. He's just gonna get rid of this card and he's going to try and close this bleeding emergence hole using a bolo grenade. We need an omen. We didn't roll an omen again. Okay, this is gonna take a while. Okay, let's activate those locusts. Oh, sorry, this one moved away 1. Wretch. If no wretches are in play, draw a new AI card. Swarm. Each locust that is 5 or more movement away from the nearest cog figure moves until it is 4 movement away. That's not the case. Let's draw another one. Wretch. Move 2 area. Okay, if unwounded, it's not. Otherwise, heal. He's gonna heal. Okay, good. So now it is Marcus Phoenix. Marcus Phoenix draws 2 cards. He's gonna get a bolo grenade. And that is all he is going to do. Discard 1 ammo token from one of your weapon cards. The Lancer Assault Rifle. Then remove all dropped weapon markers from the map. Then draw a new AI card. Boomer, attack the nearest cog figure within line of sight. Now, that was brilliant, now wasn't it? 2 points of damage. Okay, it is Mr. Cole again. He's gonna try again to close that emergence hole. And again, nothing. Okay, yeah. Locust activation. Drone. Attack the cog figure within. If a cog figure is within 1 range, no. Move 1 area towards the nearest cog figure, then attack it. Whoa. We're bleeding out. Okay, next up would be our friend here. He's gonna move towards him. Place an emergence hold token in your area. Oh my word. Then spawn a wretch. At the rate we're going, this is going to take like forever. Okay. He's going to go here. And he's going to make him stand up. Okay, let's see what the locusts do. Spawn 1 locust A, 1 locust B, and 1 locust C at the map exit. Joy. This is not going well. Marcus Phoenix. Draw 2 cards, move 1 locust towards you, and skip the locust activation card. No, actually we're going to move this one towards us. Then we're going to use Slaughter, and we're going to perform up to 3 attacks against figures in our area. And we're going to use the Lancer Assault Rifle for the first one. No, actually we're not. Yes, we are, but we're not going to use Overkill. Oh, yes, we are. Whoops. We're going to get the Nasher shotgun instead. And we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of damage against the boomer. Well, he's dead. And then we're going to do a second attack against the wretch, and he's also dead. No, he isn't, because he has 2 health. I didn't realize. Okay, so he's not dead, but we have a third attack that we can do. And that's enough to kill him. Did he drop anything? He did not. But that was a successful, a really successful turn. Now let's see what they do. For each boomer, move one area away from the nearest cog figure, then attack him if in line of sight. Well, that's not going to work because he's so far away he can't move. So that was a really good turn. So next up is Marcus Phoenix for 2 cards. He doesn't have a bolo grenade. So what he's going to do is he is going to sit tight. Choose one cog figure in your area to draw 2 order cards. Move one locust figure one area towards you. Skip your locust activation. So we're going to get himself to draw 2 more cards. Then it's our friends. And he is going to throw a bolo grenade and try to close that emergence hole, because otherwise we're never going to win this. Yay, that worked. So this one's gone. Excellent. Okay, so now we need to activate the locusts. General. If no emergence hole in your area, place an emergence hole. Otherwise, spawn one locust bee in your area. The locust then attacks you. Okay, locust bee is a drone. We're going to guard against this. Sorry, first we are going to guard against this using the Lancer assault rifle. Constant ability, Marcus Phoenix. And we do 4 points of damage, it's dead. Good. Okay. Oh, actually, I think you can't. When you're guarding, you can't use this one. So we'll have to re-roll this. So we're going to roll 3 dice. That's 2 and then 1, but this one is actually 1 wound high fire rate. So he takes 1 wound. And next up is our special ability friend, teamwork. We're going to drop this one. He's going to attack as well. And he finishes it off. Let's see if we leave any. If it leaves anything, it doesn't. It's dead though. Good. Okay, so that was Mr. Cole. Next up is Mr. Phoenix. He's going to draw 2 cards. And he is going to... and he's going to use Explore to activate his... this one here. And that's all he's going to do. Let's see what the locusts do. Drones. What is the range? 1, 2, 3, so he can see him. Within 2 range, okay, so that's not happening. So he's going to attack him. But he's going to guard against this. And he essentially kills it. Dead. So now we're finally getting somewhere. Good. It's Augustus. He's going to charge. Move up to 3 areas. Perform 1 attack against a figure in your area with +1 attack die. 1, 2, 3. He's going to stay here. 1, 2. And he's going to attack with 3. Oh, and that didn't work. Ah, well. Attack the cog figure. If a cog figure is within 1 range, it is attack the cog figure with +1 attack die. That's gonna hurt. But hey, we are going to guard. And we get to guard first. That was an omen, by the way. And again, here we roll an omen when we don't need it. But we don't roll an omen when we do need it. Okay, so that was good. Next up is our friend Marcus Phoenix. He has 6 cards, so he's just going to draw 1 card. And he's going to do blind fire. He's going to perform 1 attack with his bolo grenade, trying to close this emergence hole. And then if you are in cover, you may make an additional attack. He doesn't have a target, but that's fine. Choose 1 cog figure in your area to draw 1 order card. He's going to choose himself. Okay, so we're going to try this again. We're looking for an omen. And we get one. Brilliant. This one's closed. Yay. So we remove this one. We are going to stay put, obviously, and we're going to draw another card. And it is Roadie Run. But now we are going to draw a card. And it is Enforcements, Reinforcements. Spawn 1 locust A, B, and C at the map exit. Dub, dub, dub. Okay. Then each locust A moves 2 areas towards the nearest cog figure, and each locust B moves 1 area towards the nearest cog figure. 1, 2, 1. I don't think I did this in the past, but that's fine. Next up is our friend... blind fire. Oh, they actually move into cover when they can. Okay, blind fire. Perform one attack. If you're in cover, you may make an additional attack. And then draw another card. Good. So we're going to attack this guy over here. So we can see him perfectly. And we get to make 2 attacks against him. Or against anyone, actually. That's enough to kill it, because it only has 3 health. And then we're going to attack that drone, that wretch. Actually, what was I rolling? Why was I rolling 3 dice? I need to re-roll this one, I'm sorry. Yeah, still we do 1 wound, 2 wounds. Gonna do this again, and he's dead. Okay, so we just killed the drone. Okay, so now we draw an AI card. Boomer. For each boomer, move if within 1 area of a cog figure. No. Move 1 area towards the nearest cog figure, then attack him if in line of sight. Let's see, is he in line of sight? We have a... He is in partial cover, so he does get 2... Let's see if we have dodge. We don't. Oh, but we are going to guard against this. Two against 2. Oh, we're going to use the boom shot for this one. We're going to guard. And we do 4 points of damage. Ignore 1 defense die rolled and deal 1 wound to each other figure in your target's area. Okay, so we do 3 in total. We do 2 in total. So this one has 2 left. And we also do 1 point of damage to the wretch. Like so. Okay, but now we have to pay the price. Oh my word. Okay, so we have 2 shields. But we take 3 wounds. 1, 2, 3. So, okay. That one was some retaliation. So next up is our friend Marcus Phoenix. Marcus Phoenix is going to use this card to get a bolo grenade. Because there's still an emergence hole here which we need to close. And that's all he's going to do. Wretch. Move 3 areas toward the nearest cog figure. If unwounded. Then attack a cog figure in the area that is not in cover. So that's not going to happen because they're all in cover. So they're just moving. Whew, that was good. Okay, now we have Marcus Cole, Augustus Cole. He's gonna retreat. 1, 2, 3. And let's see what the locusts do. Wretch. Move in. If a cog figure is within 2 movement, move into his area and then attack him. 1, 2. No, it's not the case. Otherwise, move 4 areas towards the nearest 1. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 3. So we're going to do some guarding. Okay, so here we're back with a different camera, so the light will be slightly different, I'm afraid. And it is, I believe, indeed, I believe it's, well, I don't even know whose turn it is, so we'll just assume that it's Augustus Cole's. He's going to draw 2 cards. And he's going to perform 1 attack using cover fire. During the next Locust activation step, all other cog figures are ignored by the Locust AI. The Boomer has 2 health. Well, he's actually going to use his no, he's going to use his Lancer Assault Rifle, but he is going to do the overkill. Oh wow, and no shields, 3, whoops, 4. So the Boomer is dead. And it didn't drop anything. Okay, so that was that. Let's see what the Locusts do. And it is the Boomer's attack the nearest figure in range. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not the case. Move to areas 1, 2, and then attack. So we're going to have him attack Marcus Phoenix, who's going to use dodge, so he now has 2 for cover, 1. He's got 4, 5 defense. So we're going to roll the 4 attack first. And that's 4, 5. And we roll 5 attack dice. So that's 2 plus 1. So we take 3 points of damage and we are bleeding out. That wasn't worth it really. Okay, so next up would have been him. He's basically bleeding out, so he's going to crawl towards him. And let's see what happens there. Each drone attacks a cog figure. Okay, so he's going to attack this cog figure, who's going to discard this card to get +2, so he's also going to roll 5 dice. So this could be really quick. He does 4 points of damage. And we are going to, oh yeah, we have already 5, so nothing happened there. So now he's going to draw 2 cards. And he's going to perform 1 attack Or is he? He's going to play dig in, which allows him, he's not going to move, but he's going to draw the additional card, and he's going to get +1 for the next AI step. Wretch. He's going to move in here and attack him. However, we are going to guard against this using our special ability. And it's toast. Did he drop anything? No, he didn't. Okay, so now it is him. He's going to crawl here. Let's see what the others do. Boomers. Partial cover. We're going to guard. It's going to be terrible. We're all going to die. And nothing happens, so now he's going to attack us back. 4 attack against 2 defense. Oh yeah, and we're dead. So essentially now he bleeds out as well, and as soon as all of them are bleeding out, the players have lost the game. Now I have to say, I really like this. I will also let you know that this is quite a tough scenario, and not so much because it's complicated, but because, as you saw, we were trying to close the emergence holes, and I don't know, I would have to go over the footage again, how much time we actually spent on trying to use the bowler grenades to close the emergence holes, and it didn't really go so well. So this one is it kind of depends on your luck with regard to the dice roll, because it's not like you can say, unless, I mean, maybe I need to read the rules again, that you can make a decision if it's an empty space to begin with. So if there are no enemies in there, you can say, I'm just going to declare this as a cave-in, and you know, you just throw them in and say, okay, we're gonna create a cave-in, rather than attacking an area where there are also enemies in it, and then if you happen to roll an omen, then you create a cave-in. I mean, I'll have to check the rules, but I do believe that in order to have a cave-in in any area, you need to have you need to get an omen. But I have to say, I really like the game. I've always liked it ever since I saw the first playthroughs on YouTube, because it is a really, really simple game in terms of its rules and the way it plays, but it is very, very elegant as well. So I think it's a really good game. I was, when I first saw it, so interested that I was going to buy it straight away, and then I realized I couldn't, and I didn't know why. And then I was told, actually, they had Fantasy Flight Games had lost the license, because I thought, okay, well, this is such a good game, you know, I mean, I'm pretty sure that they could sell this easily, and then I investigated some more, and I couldn't get it anywhere, and then I basically tried to find out about it, and somebody told me, you know what, actually, they've lost the license, they cannot produce this game anymore. And I thought that this was actually quite a pity, because it came out with only a small amount of scenarios. I don't really know how many there are in the base game. I believe maybe 6. And then they stopped producing the game, and I don't think it was because they weren't selling it, because I believe that a lot of people were very interested in the game. But there you have it. I mean, sometimes these things happen. it's one of the ones that I think is a great pity. But yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this. I mean, of course, this was my first playthrough, so it was kind of going a little bit slowly, and I probably made a lot of mistakes, and I had to check up on a lot of rules. But yeah, this is how you learn to play a game, and I really enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.